Massive thank you for turning out tonight. We're absolutely delighted to see all the seats full, so thank you very much. My name's Hazel Lewis, you'll get to know it sort of during the evening. I've just got the interesting part. I'm going to do housekeeping. We're not expecting a fire tonight, so if we do have a fire alarm go, please exit via the fire exits, which is there's one at the back, one just at the front here, and obviously the door that you came in through. Okay, and follow the girls in the red t-shirts because we'll be there. Toilets, they're back through by the entrance when you came in, just on the right for the ladies. I guess the gents are on the left, I should have checked that. And finally, mobile phones. We understand you might need to take a call, so that's fine. If you could just put them on silent and just nip out the door if you need to have a chat with someone, okay? Right. So this evening, I really hope you're going to enjoy yourselves. We're going to start off by outlining what this Solihull Parent Care Forum is all about, and who we are and what we're doing and what we'd like you to do. And then we have two fabulous speakers. We have Lee Burden and Vicky Weavers. Both are going to have a little talk tonight. Lee is going to share some tips for challenging behaviours. I thought it was low arousal. Emily? Yeah, low arousal. Sorry, I don't know where these slides come from. Old slides, sorry. So Lee Burden will be doing low arousal, which is what you've all come for, really, isn't it? So, just as well we haven't changed it. And Vicky Weaver is going to share some tips for coping with our emotions as children, as parents even, of children with additional needs. And at the end we will have questions and answers, so hold on to those. And, yeah, if you've got any thoughts, we'll be happy to hear them at the end. Right, with no further ado, I'm going to hand you over to Sajida Goldie, and Saj is our chair of Solihull Parent Care Forum. Over to you, Saj.
Thank you. Hello. I'm going to keep this quite brief because we know we're all here to listen to what Lee and Vicky got to say as well. So the first thing is, a lot of you probably be thinking, what is the Parent Care Forum? Basically, the Parent Care Forum is a voluntary group of parents of children with additional needs. We work with but are independent from Solihull Local Authority to ensure the service they plan and deliver meet the additional needs of our children and young people, as well as the standards required by law. How we do this? We do this by ensuring they are informed of parents and carers' opinions and the issues that they face. We don't only deal with the educational side of things, but the health and social care. Sorry about this. Oh, we did that. Sorry. Okay, that's what we've just done. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Ready? Yeah. Okay, how do we work? So we work independently from the local authority. So what our views are, we'll make sure the local authority are aware of them. We're not going to be like, okay, you're the local authority, we're dealing with how you work. We will share our views, but we'll also share your views as well. We're completely independent. We don't only work with the educational side of things, we also work with the healthcare and social element as well. We feed them information and they feed the information back to us, and then we feed that information to yourselves. That's why it's quite important that we know how to get in touch with you. When you give us your information, due to data protection, we won't be giving it to anyone else. It will only be on our database. So when we've got information from the local authority about consultation, so for example, if there's a huge issue regarding schooling, which we know there is, SEND schooling for children with higher functional needs, if we get a lot of parents saying there's a big issue in Solihull, we will pass that information to the local authority. They will then say what they plan to do, and the only way we're going to give that information back to you if we know how to contact you, and hopefully that will be by email. Ideally, once they know there's an area of issues, they will come up with solutions, but they will have to consult the parents, and then we will tell you guys, this is when the consultation is taking place, please come this time, this day, let us hear your views, and then we will feed that back to the local authority. We also work in conjunction with SENDIAS, A lot of us are a lot of us are part of support groups. So a few of us run support groups, so we know what parents want, I think. So hopefully that gives us a bit of an idea. We're going to our next slide, hopefully, of our priorities. Okay, before I come to our priorities, I'll just let you know what our aims are. Our main aim is to grow and maintain the wide membership. That's because the only way the Parent Care Forum will be some sort of success is if we hear your views once again, and the only way we can do that is if you sign up. We're going to collect your views, and we're going to get parents' opinions and share them back with the local authority. We want to be the voice that informs commissioners, service providers about the needs of disabled children and their families. We also want to take part in dialogue with service providers and feedback to parents and carers. We want to be constructive and challenge current services and input to the planning of future service provision. Okay, so we know there's quite a few issues in Solihull, and we couldn't deal with all of the issues, so we had to have 3 priorities. So we set up, we launched officially in November. So we had to sit down together, find out what the priorities were. We enrolled parents with kids with additional needs. Like I said, some of us run support groups and are part of support groups, so we had a general idea. So we got that information and we come up with 3 priorities. The first one of our priorities is diagnostic and needs assessment process. We know there's a massive issue with regard to diagnosis. We also know early diagnosis equals early intervention. We know there's huge waiting lists, and we know there's huge issues with the pathway as well. The second biggest issue for most parents would be educational provision, including staff awareness and training. Local authority are also aware of this, so we're hoping, working in conjunction with the local authority, find out what they plan to do. Once we know what they plan to do, we can feed that back to the parents. The biggest issue we face is communication as parents, and I'm sure you guys face it as well, which is why it goes on to our 3rd issue, communication to parents, carers and partner agencies about the forum's strategic voice. So I think, and I hope you guys agree, as well as local authority I think will agree as well, these are 3 huge issues. How do we plan to do this? So at the moment we're already liaising with the head of alternative provision. We know there's a huge issue with children at school, in the wrong education, in the wrong setting, not accessing education. So we've already got a meeting with the head of alternative provision in about 2 weeks' time. So we will find out what her plans are. Once we know her plans, we will feed that information back to you, and then you can let us know what your thoughts are, and then we will feed that back to her. We're already attending Senko network meetings. That includes primary as well as secondary, finding out what training is being provided to Senkos, etc. We also are attending Sen board meetings, and we've got a work plan already in place, 12 months work plan. So that work plan is at the back where the teas and coffees are. That will give you an idea of what we plan to do in the next 12 months. We also have been liaising with the local offer. Local offer is huge, and we know there's huge issues with accessing the local offer, where the information is, it's not being user friendly. So we're trying to work with the people who focus on the local offer on getting that bit more user friendly. Okay, on your chairs, you will have one of these. These are the committee members. So what we need from you is, we need you to obviously sign up. Hopefully you've all signed up on these sheets. What we're also doing is asking you to ratify our management committee. So just making sure that you are all happy with who your management committee are and who is representing you. If there's any issues with any of the management committee, talk to one of us girls. But if we don't hear from you guys, we'll assume that you're happy with the management committee. We have got 2 available places on our management committee. So this is obviously separate from the forum itself, so that's open to everyone. I'm going to be honest, at the moment the management committee is very, very autism heavy. So if we can get someone from a healthcare, or a parent from a healthcare background or a social care background with that experience, that would be ideal. However, if you're a parent with the child with autism, that's fine as well. We just want to be totally transparent with you guys and say we are very autism heavy at the moment, the committee is. Okay. We have a meeting on the 19th of April at 9:30, so if anyone is interested in joining the management committee, please attend, and that will be here in the coffee bar. No, we're not. So, sorry about that. What we plan to do before the end of this meeting is, I'm hoping everyone has signed up, because that's the way we're going to communicate with you guys. 3 lucky numbers will be picked out by Vicky, Hazel and Lee, and 3 members in this room will win £50. And that will be touched with vouchers. Key dates for you, apart from the 19th of April, is our summer event. So this is purely for adults, so we want to involve the kids and have like a family day as well, and that will be on the 30th of June. So you've got some sticky notes on your chairs. If you could write your views on what you would like for the summer event, that'd be great. And that's it really. Thank you for... Alright, thank you very much, and I'm going to pass you over to Lee.